everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Get Under the Hood.
Woohoo!
All right. So, today's topic, we can start off with is
Pickles?
no.
I came ready.
He brought them, and then he wants to know why we don't want to eat those.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got spicy and pickle in a
Try
bag.
them. Try them. They're great.
It just doesn't look like it'll end well.
It's good.
I think he just wants to have us on camera too, like just with pickle juice drooling down our
Yeah.
face.
Oh yeah, like he did.
Yes.
Like he did.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to be twinning?
What is it?
I love.
What are
real-
they? What is
Oh,
that?
they're sweet and they're hot. And
Is it a
it's-
real pickle?
Yeah.
Well, they're chips.
Oh
They're
my
pickle
gosh.
Chips. They're not,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
I
just
can't
thinly
even
cut
with these
pickles.
guys.
It's really
Like,
good.
I can't even be serious.
What
Like,
is-
well,
Alan, I don't
That-
think
he's
that's
got-
on.
'cause he's-
Diabetics can't eat that. can they?
Wait. You're
It's
not
only got
that-
7 grams of sugar, I read.
Yeah,
Oh, it does?
but,
I don't know the whole spice.
It was
You
a
gotta
nice
keep you alive.
try,
You gotta
though.
keep you alive,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
No. I had to think about that. No.
Yeah.
He's trying to kill you.
Oh,
Man, no. can't
show
kill you.
just started.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess we'll get started on topic.
You want to start with me because I'm hot.
I guess sure. We could go about your mechanic.
Okay,
issue.
so I don't know if everyone knows this or not. And I was well educated over the weekend because I had a mechanic issue with my nephew. And apparently it's a civil suit or something wrong. When you drop your car off at a mechanic or a body shop, they can kind of hold your car hostage
Yep.
if they're not doing the work, if they drag their feet. What happened in our situation is my nephew had something wrong. He had hit something in the quarter of the right of his car. So the light needed to get fixed in the bumper. We drop it off to a shop 2 weeks ago. Knew the guy. He's done some work to my car. Didn't think anything of it. So we gave him a quote and we went on our way. Was supposed to be ready in 3 days. Wasn't ready in 3 days. So we asked him every day since then, when the car will be ready. We're going on 2 weeks now. So I said, if the car's not ready yesterday, I'm going to come pick it up and we'll go take it somewhere else. Well, we got there and the whole thing is the guy didn't want to give the key. He hadn't done any work on it and found out he's been joyriding in the car with other mechanics that he worked with that other multiple people saw and nothing was done to the car. But when the cop came after my nephew called to get his car back, we were told that if the guy didn't tell him that he's been joyriding in the car and promised us the car so many times, it's actually considered theft at that point.
Yep.
But that it's a civil suit and that I would have had to have taken him to court to get his car back.
Yep.
What is that?
So technically, when you go to a shop, they can't. You don't have a written agreement. So since you didn't sign anything,
Yeah.
the shop really can't even hold your vehicle.
Do you think people know that out
No,
here?
they-
People have no idea. So you guys, when you drop your car off with a mechanic or a body shop, just know they can hold your stuff for a while. There's cars here that have been here for 3+ months that they said that they've had this happen to.
I have a question. What about a mechanics lien? If
You
they
can
do the
put
work?
you can put a mechanics lien, but even for that process,
Mhm.
you have to go. Like, say I were to go to a shop and drop my vehicle off,
Right.
I have to get an estimate or like a written
Right. Yeah,
document
if
that
it's
says, "Hey, I'm
If it's
dropping my
written.
car off,
Right.
and I just want it inspected. Tell me, and then you can call me, and we go
Right,
from there."
of course.
Does
yeah.
it say in there there's like a time frame? Because this is ridiculous. Every day it'll take 3 days, and we're on 2 weeks now, and nothing was done.
Most shops should tell you, like right off the bat, like, "Hey, it's gonna be a couple days before I can get to your vehicle."
Should people write that down in their estimate, saying I get my car back in 3 days, or sign on something so they're more educated to know when they drop their car? They're guaranteed
They
it
can,
back.
but you literally, when you read those forms that the shop has you sign when you drop your vehicle off, it states stuff like that.
We didn't sign a form.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
like, that's when
Yeah.
that's when the officer checked with his supervisor. It's like, yeah, you've had it for so many days. The whole thing of good faith now has gone out the window.
Yeah, maybe
Like
the
now
fact
you're
that you've
now
also
you're
been
not
seen
giving
joyriding
the
with your
vehicle back.
friends.
So now it's considered. I'm not sure if he said it was a misdemeanor or a felony, but
Yeah,
it was
it's a felony.
theft.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing, people. These guys can say they're testing your car. First of all, nothing need to be tested because there's just body work on the front panel. So driving around and having over like a couple thousand miles on your car in 2 weeks, you notice you dropped off a full tank. You're down to a quarter tank now. Where the hell are you going? I mean, it didn't need to be road tested. We weren't doing engine work or anything like that. Like, I'm just saying. So, people, I would just, know the laws. I had no idea, and I'm sure there's more people out there that are in the same
Yeah,
situation.
that's why even any shop you go to, they each have their own form that they use when you first sign.
If it's a legit shop.
Yeah, they'll do.
What if you're
like,
going to Joe Schmo that has a
It depends. Like small mom and pop shops
Yeah.
don't. They go off their own good faith, but you're
Well,
still.
what if the faith goes bad? That's what happens.
That's why you should
Yeah.
always sign something like, "Hey, I don't want," even if it's like diagnostic. You just have them diagnose it. you shouldn't have. You should say, hey, I don't want to go over $200, $250.
Right.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, sometimes the shop could be 10 hours into it to figure out your problem. You're like, oh, I don't want to pay. That's $1,000.
Well, thank God we had a good cop, and thank God we had Juan, because he ended up fixing what needed to be done in an hour, which took this guy 2 weeks just to look at, apparently. And thank you very much for coming out there and helping yesterday, because I did not know what to do.
Yeah, not a problem.
And
Yeah, like plastic fasteners for the bumper and then just a headlight.
The main issue, so like where the fender attaches to, where the headlight attaches to,
Yeah.
it's all busted.
Oh,
So it's all, I pried some of it out.
he was
and-
supposed to get a new light. That's what we were
Yeah.
waiting for the last 10 years. He said
Yeah.
it came in, but he was fixing the
So
old one.
the headlight,
Yeah.
the old one was fixed somewhat.
Yeah.
Some of the brackets were plastic welded back on. So I was able to get it to fit, and then I just
Okay.
had to sit there.
How long does it take to do something like that?
What? Plastic
yeah.
welding? That stuff dries within like, it depends on which brand you buy, which epoxy you buy, but anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour.
So when you looked at that car though yesterday, how long do you think it would have taken a normal body shop to
Like fully fix it or just
Yeah.
like repair it to get
fully
it back
fix
together?
it?
I mean, you probably looking at like a good week or two of work.
Okay.
You know, they have to take everything apart, order your parts. You got to factor in that, and then pull out whatever damage or frame damage there is, which there's some on that.
Yeah,
car.
and see, none of that was done, so it would have been another 2 weeks if he actually did it the correct way.
Yep,
We're
and then
looking
you
at
gotta-
a month without the car.
And then you think if you had a body shop, I mean, it could be a month. I guarantee most repairs, your car would be sitting at a body shop for a month or two, regardless of how small.
I
they
just
are.
didn't know that if they're refusing to give you your car back, like say some people don't have rental, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Will, like some people can't
Mhm.
afford rentals
Right.
for 2 weeks, and say your insurance didn't cover it for the rental,
Yep.
That's right.
and you need to turn in your rental and you need your car back. They don't give you back your car if it's not done yet. If you want it back, what the heck? You know, you have to go
Yeah.
to court for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a civil matter. You were very lucky.
Yeah.
I know. I was really lucky.
Yeah.
Thank God the guy said he saw him joyriding in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that helped out a little bit
Yeah.
with that. So yeah, people just like know the laws and rules and make sure you get their paperwork signed, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how often that happens.
Quite
A
often.
lot.
Wow.
You'd be
Mhm.
surprised. I was talking to a buddy about this Sunday actually.
Oh really? So as a
And-
topic of your conversation, sorry about your weekend.
But it's just stuff that
The poor kids were sitting out there, and he's like, "Daddy, my iPad died." And he goes, "Go use the phone." I felt so bad.
It'll be all right. Yeah, it just, you run into that a lot, especially, I mean, you got some places where you walk into and you look around and you're like, what? But they're always busy.
Yeah.
And they have good retention. Then you got some places you got to make if it doesn't feel right, you should just walk away from like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. A little sketchy walk away. Do you have any like mechanic stories that are horror stories that you could tell us?
What, like shops?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen some crazy ones, especially
Anything that
back
could
in New York.
educate the public, like even like what my story kind of like could help somebody out, maybe make sure your paperwork is done correctly and you're going to a legit place. But
Well, I mean, I've seen it firsthand. I've worked for shops back in New York where, you sign, I bet it here in Florida. I won't even say the name, but well-known shop, and, they give you an open estimate. Problem with an open estimate now is
now you're screwed.
you're screwed. So
Yeah.
your car could be sitting there for months,
Yeah.
especially if you're having it built, having stuff done to it.
Who walks away from an open estimate?
You'd be surprised.
Wow.
People think, okay, you're getting your car fixed, you're getting your classic car fixed, your muscle car fixed.
Mhm.
And, the open estimate just says, hey, right now, this is what we're doing currently, but it could entail more. Or they just sign the estimate and there's no actual full amount of what the total will cost. It'll just says here, not even estimate. Here's an invoice for us to start on it. It's going to just for us before we even start. It's going to cost you we need $5,000 or $15,000 deposit,
Oh.
and people pay it.
You know what's crazy too is, and I'm sure you've noticed this before, why do mechanics talk differently to women and teenagers than they do to men? Because in yesterday's situation,
Some.
again,
Some do.
yes,
I've
they
met
looked
some
right
didn't
out
care
that-
what you are.
So, yeah.
Okay, because yesterday was different. Their tune was different with me and my nephew, as opposed to when he saw the guy standing there and you standing there. All of a sudden it changes, and I'm wondering, what the hell does that mean? You're like, I don't understand why we're treated differently in some aspects like that. Like, you think you're gonna get one over on us because I'm a woman or something? Like, I don't know that.
Yeah, some. I mean, I've seen personally shop in New York. Guy mouthed off to a woman.
Really?
We're all sitting there. This is the store manager, and about an hour later, see this big lifted Jeep pulling. This big, 6'8", 6'9", muscle bound guy gets out, tattoos all over, walks in, looks at all of us, says the manager's name. Where is he?
Oh shit.
We point right there to the office. Right there.
Yeah.
That man goes in there. I've never seen somebody run so fast in their life.
Wow.
That man was ready to put that man's head through the glass.
Wow.
Chased him all over the shop.
Oh, you disrespected his woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All around the property, and the guy deserved it. We
Yeah.
were sitting there. He locked himself in his office, had a key, and one of my buddies goes, "Hey, this is the door code."
Oh,
So,
that's awesome though,
yeah.
because I was wondering. I mean, does that happen very often, or have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, it does. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, no.
You know, people that you think that are professional, and then all of a sudden you hear stories. You're like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah, yesterday I thought very differently of that situation. I'm like, really? Because there's a lot of women out there that can handle themselves now.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately for men like that, when you stick up for yourself,
Yeah.
it doesn't end well sometimes.
No.
But so there's a lot of horror stories. Then, Will, you have any shop or horror stories, mechanic stories?
Beginning my midlife, I bought a Porsche, and
Your
Six.
midlife.
well, yeah.
His
my
midlife
40s.
crisis.
I was gonna say, is that the midlife crisis car we're talking about here, or your midlife
It's-
like mid
Yeah, well,
20s?
'cause no, dude, midlife. What 20s?
That's what I was trying to
No.
get at. What does that mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, because in your 40s,
Okay.
midlife, you know what I'm saying?
So you got your Porsche?
No, well, yeah, I have. Anyways, I took it to the shop because the transmission was slipping and everything like that. So it was kind of crazy with gears and everything. So I took it to the shop. I took it back to the dealership. It was only like maybe a couple weeks old. Yeah, well, a couple weeks I got it from the shop, and I took it to the shop and they kept it for the longest, and I had to stay on them all the time. This and that. Well, they're trying to look for another transmission. Great. And they found another transmission. Then it had a crack in it. And then they put, put the transmission and another one in. And then when they test drove it, that's when disaster hit. So,
Was it a
they
lemon
They
car?
had too much fun with it during the test drive after they replaced the transmission. So
Oh
they had
my
to give me another
gosh.
car.
Wow.
They had to give me another car.
Yeah, I would take
Yeah.
another car at that point because it just
Yes.
seems like there's bad juju with it.
So
Well,
did
yes.
they wreck the car?
Yeah, well, they destroyed. Yes, they ripped the car.
Oh, so let me guess, they were
Wow.
they were joyriding in your car testing it, and that's when it got wrecked.
Yes, yeah.
What?
I don't like to think about it.
Oh man, I can't even.
Well, I know, you look at it and you're like, oh, it was a Boxster, but mostly Boxsters have like half 911. So
Mhm.
the rear is the mid-engine part,
Yeah.
the front is the, so I'm like, hey, yeah, it's still a man's car.
It's still a man's car.
I don't know why you're laughing.
Oh, it is a man's
You
car.
liked it.
I will like. You know what? I don't like small cars. I've never been a small.
Because
I,
you have,
like,
that
the guys with
issue
Maseratis
with,
and
pickle issue.
No, I don't have pickle issue. I like pickles. I do love pickles. I just can't eat them that much anymore because
Why
of the
did
salt in them.
anyways, what about the Maserati?
No, I said I don't know.
Don't ever buy them.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like
never,
when I look at
never.
men in small sport cars nowadays, that's not really like a thing. I'm like, oh, I want to go for a ride in that car. I've never been like that.
I don't get a car just for a lady.
Yeah.
Though. I get it because it's fast and it's
No, but you
cool
said
and-
you would have liked it. No, I know
I
that
liked
thing.
it. It was cool.
Yeah, I think I like a man in a truck better.
Oh, because he's lacking. And that's why you want
Yeah.
to, you know.
I don't
Especially
know
when
if
they
he's
got those-
lacking
when they got
that. I
those,
mean,
like,
Juan
you know,
pulled
what,
up with a
12
big
inch
truck
lips?
today.
But hey,
Or she like, I think she likes the Carolina. What is it? Carolina squat.
the
Not
Carolina-
a
I know.
Carolina
She like,
squat.
she likes the back like that.
yeah, the invisible
Hey, you
trailer.
showed up in a
Yeah.
truck today,
Yeah.
there, Juan. A very
But-
big one that
Yeah,
actually.
well, I
made-
had it's
that
a
was
work
the
There's
truck.
nothing wrong
man's
with
truck.
trucks.
It's
It's a
a
work
diesel.
truck.
It's
Yeah.
not- but that's what you're saying. You're defining the truck as being let's say it has to be a man's truck, while
Yeah.
it being a large diesel truck.
Yeah, I think just a guy in a truck that sounds like a diesel, like just a big 250, 350.
Yeah,
that's a
he's-
sexy truck.
Yeah, because he's got like the.
I'd rather have that than a guy in a little sports
Yeah,
car.
because the guy in the big truck's got the big
Yeah.
So what does a minivan say about the driver? Because you have a
Minivan-
nice van.
I don't have a van.
Well,
It's
It's
pretty
an SUV.
close.
No,
Yeah.
it's an SUV.
Yeah.
does
But
that-
it's not
does
the
that-
same as a
Is there
as
a
a
direct
minivan.
correlation between that and that too? So
No, that was because I had a lot of shit going in my car at a time.
Baggage.
A lot of baggage.
Yeah, you didn't get what I was going to say, but okay.
No, I did, but I slid over it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 6'4" though. Getting a
Yeah, I
small
know.
sports car is
Yeah, I know. Do you don't want your knees in your throat? Like, you want
Okay.
some extra
Alright,
leg
like-
room.
We like real racing style cars.
Yeah.
When you get in a car, you're like,
Yeah, but you like being that low and also I think it's safety,
like a race
right?
car.
Yeah.
It just you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's like being on a racetrack for you, because I just think they would, safety wise, being on the ground, like I like being higher up so I can see everything. And
I'm not going to Morgan Wallen concert trying to find somebody to love me. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to. Hey man, I'm trying to hit the
Oh my
corners going about,
God. That is so
100 or
good.
something. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, but you know that you're like driving that car because you want a girl to notice you,
No,
somebody
that's
to
not true.
love
That's
you.
not true. That's not
I
true
could
at all.
care less.
That's not. Yeah.
Not you. You're
Yeah,
married.
even
No,
him.
but I don't care.
No,
Boys
I don't
gotta
care.
sit this one
No, I don't
out.
care.
No,
No,
I
I'm
don't have
telling
to
you.
sit this one
It
out.
is.
I don't care.
Yeah.
My wife will tell you. You go to my house, she'll tell you. I don't care what she thinks of what I'm driving.
Right.
Like
Oh
she'll,
yeah, well
she's
you
mad-
guys are married.
No, it doesn't
but no,
matter.
no,
My
no,
wife
no,
will
no,
look
no.
at me. She'll yell at me. Say, "Hey, look, what's in your garage?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, don't worry about what's in my garage. I don't yell at you. Got the whole house.
Thank you, Ellen.
Don't mess with me in the
What
garage."
Ellen,
what
don't
would be
listen
your
to him.
favorite car? If you had to pick a car, what would be your favorite car?
You already know it.
I
you-
know it, that's
you
why I'm
thrown
asking
me,
you that. No.
Throw me under the bus.
Oh,
with
So
it.
yeah.
does that mean
But-
your
yeah.
knees are in your
But-
throat too?
Yeah, my favorite car is a Porsche 911.
Porsche 911.
Yeah, but see, how do you fit comfortably?
But those
in
have
that?
a lot more
What are
room.
you
Go get in a
talking about?
Lamborghini and a Ferrari.
Oh, man,
You're
I
tall.
drove
You're
one.
not fitting in one.
On my
Yeah.
Facebook page, yeah, my head was like, I was like really crouched down inside.
So
but
you
I
just
was
like
smiling.
it because you like feeling like you're in on the speedway.
I
and
feel
that's
like
why you
I'm in a racing car that has a purpose.
Does that give you
I'm not going
like
from,
a rush?
I'm not
Yeah.
going from A to B, something like that. I'm going from A to B with style, man. I'm like, and I pull up, and then you hear the engine, I'm like, yeah, and then I have to like,
You feel accomplished.
no, I just have to.
He's got to make
off-
sure when he takes off from the red light, it doesn't stall.
No, I've been driving the
That
manual.
would suck
since
if the lady in the
beginning of
minivan
time.
was ready to race and she ended up winning.
No, I wouldn't try to race a minivan.
No, I'm just saying, you know.
No.
But hey, at least you look good pulling up.
You ever
but
seen
it's-
BC Moto's minivans?
Oh man, that is cool. But then remember we talked about the
Juan.
Honda Odyssey.
Well, that's what it was. But
I
then it
know.
got
Here we go
smoked
back to
by
the Honda Odyssey. I know you love that van.
That's all right.
So yeah,
They actually are really cool, and they actually have a
Was
lot
it
of good amenities to
it's
it.
a C32
Luxuries.
motor or C30. Yeah, I think
J30, no, J30.
J30, but it's a V6. It's a 3.0,
3.2 liter,
3.2
yeah.
liter, and it's pretty much like that's the closest thing you can get to a minivan and an Acura Integra or Acura NSX.
Yeah.
And you mix them both together, and you have a van, but then you have like another
A
you
van,
can haul your
baby.
kids, or then you could pull kids.
Yeah,
or
it was like a van detuned. It made like 500 horses. Then when he
Right.
upped it, it
Wow.
was like almost
Right.
1,000.
right.
Wow.
See, it's about the vehicle. It's not about.
So how many times do you go out as a private investigator and use like one of those shiny cars? Never.
No,
You don't want to, right?
No.
You
But
wanna get
now it
seen.
depends on where you go.
It depends on where you go. Like if you're like
Someplace-
going,
right.
yeah,
Right.
like downtown Jacksonville or something like that, no one's gonna even know what the hell you're in.
No.
Yeah.
You want to do that? And I had to go. Let's say, well, the
I mean, you're
one
not gonna go
time
to
it was a
Palaca and do
Corvette.
surveillance on somebody with that car.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, though, let me
Miami,
see,
maybe.
What kind of vehicle? Other like basically the truck. What does the truck have to look like? What are the mods on it have to be to,
Oh
make you
no, I
say-
just like that sound. Like where the muffler is all messed up, or like just the diesel sound. It just sounds like a man truck. Like
She likes
A
the
man
the
is in that
Roman
truck.
Coals.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind
my God.
like a Cummins turbo diesel or a Power Stroke. They wouldn't be bad. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. But
Yeah.
I'm saying that doesn't define. Say, oh yeah, he's a man today, but
No,
then
I
he
was
gets
just
in a
saying.
911 tomorrow.
I think maybe she means more like a Miata.
No, my God, those are
that's
horrible.
a racing car, though.
I hate those cars. I used to look at you and be like, you got a small whatever in that car.
Yeah, but you know what? If you put a Mustang 302 V8 302 in it,
Yeah, but then they become deadly, dude.
It's still
I
the shape
know.
of the car, and it's just small.
The newer
like-
ones ain't that bad. They're small, but
no,
they're still.
No.
but I'm saying if you're gonna get something like that, it's a purpose-built race car. You're not trying to get around in a Prius, or you're not trying to do, I don't know, something.
So
compact.
as you guys get older, do like men want to be in cars that are faster? Because I know women really don't give a crap, but like, is that
It's
the
like
thing
this
for
our
guys?
whole lives.
It's a midlife crisis.
I mean,
That
it
is
looks
the
like it's
midlife
our whole
crisis.
life, though.
Alan-
My
Is that
whole
true?
my whole life I've wanted a
I
Porsche
wanna-
911.
yes.
So can
My
I
whole
ask
life.
you, Alan, why you want one? Is just because you like being low to the ground? Do you like the speed?
I
Do you
like the look
feeling
of the car. I like it's sleek. I like the my car, my 911 in my mind
Oh yeah, come on,
is
preach,
it's candy apple red,
preach.
has T-tops, not a full.
The Targa,
Candy apple,
yeah, you
that's
got
just
the Targa
screaming,
roof.
come pull
Was it
me
like the
over.
70? It's got to be like
got
the
the
70
Targa too.
No,
Well, yeah, well, no,
yeah,
or
with
the
T-top,
90s that it
extended,
too.
Yeah.
flared fenders.
Oh yeah,
you know.
turbo.
That's screaming, just
Yeah.
pull
911
me
turbo,
over.
right?
Well, I don't care what it's screaming.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
car I like.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, red cars
It's,
like
it's got nothing to. I've had red cars before,
Yeah, I
but it's
know.
got nothing to do with
Yeah.
other people. Look, ooh, here I
Yeah, I
am.
know,
It's
right?
the
Yeah.
car I like.
Yeah.
It's the style and
No,
the
I was
visual
asking,
that
what do
I
you
like.
like about that? Like, what does it make you feel like? Ah, that's just a nice car.
You know
It's
what?
just a nice car.
What
I like,
he just
I like
described
the,
was what he just described was
You
like
think,
basically a 6-cylinder.
Grit would like one of those.
huh?
Would Grit like you in one of those?
So funny
From
story about
Germany?
that. funny. Well, it is a German car, but
Yes.
but
I was just
funny,
gonna say.
But funny story. So I was at a car dealership a couple of years ago, and finally there's a Porsche 911 sitting there, and I'm there to buy it. Now it was a full convertible, and I prefer T-top, but whatever. It's still so. I'm sitting in this thing, and I'm like, ooh, this fits me nice.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
I like this.
Oh yeah.
And Grit was with me, and we were there specifically for that. Next to it, sadly, was this 528i BMW. And she goes and sits in it.
Oh boy, I see where this is going.
Yeah, that's the way it went.
And the woman won.
Of course. I mean, you know, happy wife, I don't have to listen to it. I mean,
Right on.
So anyway, so yeah, we came home with the poster child for a lemon BMW.
So, in a few years when you go back, are you going to be able to get the car that you want since she got her car?
Oh hell yeah!
I was going to say you were owed it.
I was nice. We did that thing. Now it's mine.
That'd be kind of cool to put Flagler voice on the slap it on a magnet on the side of that.
Yeah, right.
Sporting all over town.
No, he's
No,
not-
no magnets.
he's not
No,
gonna
he
do that.
doesn't want to keep.
I was teasing you.
No magnets.
Yeah, but it's
No
a real,
magnets?
it's a purpose-built sports car. You can have like something that goes to the corners. It feels like a tie rod's in each hand. You know,
Yeah.
you could
The newer
take-
cars
Exactly.
don't do
That's
that
what
no
I'm
more.
talking. That's
No.
a real car.
You don't get that feeling
You know,
anymore.
I
Juan,
don't-
what's your favorite car? If you could have a sports car.
It's not even a sports car. Could you consider a Supra a sports car?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, can you?
You can.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
It's the
Small
two
logo
Jay-Z.
ground.
No
Yeah.
shit. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Remember? Oh,
Will's
that
all
was
getting
taken-
into this. You
no,
took
that was
Will's dream
taken
from him.
No, that was taken from Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a quote from. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't get me on that one.
Yeah, no, mine definitely be the Supra, Mach 4 Supra. That's mine.
Will, what's yours again?
Well, which one? Okay, I got 9.
Like your favorite
I
of all of
do
them.
like the 911, but you know what? I'm gonna have to pick something different because you have 911. You said Supra 2JZ. You know what? I'll go with the Ferrari F355.
All right.
Engine
Ferraris
that
aren't
sound.
bad.
That sound.
Yeah.
The F355 now. Not
So
the new
you
stuff.
get that
Yeah.
that feeling like I do when I hear like a big diesel truck with that sound. Do you get the same feeling?
Oh, I'm in the cars. And trucks too. So no, I know.
I can't with you guys. This is,
I know
you
what
know,
I'm- I
three
know what I'm
guys and a
looking
girl.
at, you know?
I did this to myself again.
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you, dude.
But you know, I do like the new Corvette.
Oh man.
You know, can't.
I don't know. I
The
like the new
C8.
Mustang. You guys call me. I like the new way the new Mustang looks too. And I
like the
saw
way
a
they
Mustang SUV. I actually liked it.
The exhaust now. For
I
the
was
new
like,
Mustangs
wow,
just
this is
doesn't-
different.
it's
This
just-
is different. The
Yeah.
Mustang SUV was something different.
What is wrong with
what?
you?
The
No, I
new
just looked at
Mustang
it.
SUV.
It looked like it was actually not that
What?
bad looking.
No,
What?
no, that's
No.
horrible.
Oh.
No.
Why? Because it's
No.
a
The fact
Ford.
that, but no, the fact that they badged that a Mustang,
Yeah.
an
No, I
EV,
see what you're
electric
saying with
vehicle,
that. I'm just saying
badged
it's a
it
cool-looking
Mustang.
car.
They had extra logos hanging around.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it looked. I saw a couple in Orlando and they didn't look so bad. So,
No,
so what would you rather if they named it?
I don't know. Something other than a
Mustang brother?
Mustang. They just
Ford,
ruined it. Yeah.
Ford plate text, they really made it soft. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
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 I think so.
Yeah. It was really soft, man. I was like, and then it's heavy as heck, but it's an EV. And they're
Yeah.
trying to compete with other EVs and stuff, and it's not a Mustang. It's
Yeah.
it's an SUV.
Yep.
You know, Steve McQueen wouldn't drive that through San Francisco chasing down the
No, I mean, I agree with you on the name, but I do like the way the car looked. I
Well,
mean, it's a pretty nice looking
if he had
car.
a man bun and was eating kale sandwiches, you know, yeah. No.
Leave it alone. I saw you eating avocado the other day, sandwich,
you didn't.
avocado toast.
No, you
Is that
didn't.
it? With the pickles and
No,
the
you
peanut butter?
Nope.
And the olives. Don't forget that.
The olives.
Yeah, spaghetti.
Man, that's so
Carnivore.
eclectic.
Ah.
I was gonna. Oh, you're a carnivore.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Reborn again.
EVs, have you seen the Ford EV, the pickup truck?
Yes.
So I watched this video right in Daytona Beach. We have these guys that do Santos. And this guy took one and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to get stuck. That thing is so heavy, it buried itself.
Oh
like-
man.
It has like, and they're all-wheel drive, and they try to put it in crawl mode, and all that thing did was literally bury itself in the sand.
Oh yeah,
to
crawl
where
mode especially.
all the skid plates underneath it, just the sand just went inside the skid plate.
So it's like what, 8,000 pounds or?
It's like oh, I think it's like almost like a 10,000-pound truck.
Oh,
Damn.
no.
Like
So
the
how'd they get
control
it
All
out?
arms on it.
battery.
How'd
Like
they
you
get
look,
that out?
They had
Pull it?
the Toyota. The sad part was it was a Toyota Tundra had to pull him out.
Oh God, that's embarrassing as shit, man.
Tundra.
No way.
Another one I watched. The guy has a Tacoma that he drives up and down the beach, and it was crazy. Like they got these big lifted forward F-250s, F-350s. These guys got these massive like 20-something inch rims. Like, oh, I'm gonna go through the sand. A wider tire is not gonna let you go through the sand.
No.
You're gonna bury yourself. So this little, they're like, what's that gonna do? It was bad. The Toyota Tacoma pulled this. I think it was like an F-250, F-350 pulled it out.
Oh my gosh.
And all the way down the
That's
beach.
embarrassing.
A taco
To
pulled
get it
it out, man.
Because
You
every
can't-
time
A
he
taco.
Yeah, a
Well,
taco. Yeah, a taco
It's a
pulled it out.
taco. It's called
That's-
taco. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Oh
nicknamed
my
for it.
Tacomas are
God.
called tacos.
Yeah, it's taco.
Oh my gosh.
There's a little
That's
bit-
embarrassing. I'm sorry. I don't
it's a
know who was
mid-sized
driving that
pickup.
truck,
Yeah.
but you need to
Come
go
on.
somewhere with that.
It's a mid-sized pickup. That's
There's a lot of
it.
jokes, man, with that.
You know, long time ago,
Yeah.
when I moved to Palm Coast, so I've been in Palm Coast now 43 years.
Right.
So a long time ago, I went down to Daytona Beach, and you know, in Maine you're not allowed to drive on the beaches. So I figured, all right, I'm gonna drive on the beach.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember exactly what the car was. I don't remember what the car was, but so I go out, you know, and there's this sign, beach rules, right? And it's about 20 feet from the end of the ramp. So I drive along, and I've never driven on the beach before. So here's the rules. So
Oh,
I
boy.
stop, and I'm reading the rules. The last rule:
Mm-hmm.
do not stop on soft sand. Where did they have the sign?
And
Soft
soft
sand.
sand, of course. Yeah.
Well, I had to get towed.
Sorry.
I didn't even get 20 feet onto the beach. I'm stuck.
That's why I don't drive on the beach. Like I watch everyone get stuck. I've literally sat there like my whole life and just watching people get stuck. And like you're idiots. Like you're so amazed by it. Like how are they gonna get that guy out? And then they keep spinning their tires and it's putting the sand everywhere. And they just
Yeah.
keep digging themselves deeper. And it's like it's amazing though. Every time someone gets stuck and they get pulled out. I
Or
don't
the
know about
ones
you
that-
guys.
yeah. Or the
But-
ones that
but
drive
I was
down to the
lucky.
water.
Yeah.
This guy came with a pickup
Oh,
truck,
cool.
and he was from Maine,
All right.
Oh boy.
and he said,
It's meant to be.
"Gotcha."
Pulled
Pulled me out, didn't charge me anything.
That's cool. That's cool.
Well,
If
good.
you're
There's some
still
nice
out there,
people out
thank
there.
So wait a minute, you don't drive your minivan on the
I
sand?
do not go to the beach with my car ever.
Really?
Why would you go to the beach if you can go to the Hammock Beach, Cinnamon Beach, or somewhere like that and not have to worry about driving on the beach? I don't find it exciting to bring kids to the beach, put all the sand in
I'd
the
be worried
That's
about
true.
them getting run over.
That's
That
true.
too.
That's
You see
true.
kids that get run over on the
People are
beach.
drunk
So
and
yeah.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
not cool.
And Daytona's not like it used to be. Like it used to be a thing. Like we were talking about this earlier. You know, when we were younger, growing up, MTV, Spring Break, and that was
Yeah.
like the place to go. It's a lot different now than
Yeah,
it
now
used to
look,
be.
now hey, you
Now
come here for spring break.
You're coming here,
You
yeah.
get
You got like
arrested.
all the pill poppers and all that stuff driving over
Oh,
people on the beach, and
yeah.
it's just dirty now, and it's not the same. It's not the same at all.
I always enjoyed watching the kids jump from balcony to balcony and not make it.
Oh yeah, flat like
I was waiting
pancakes.
to see where that was going
I was
to go.
gonna say, what the hell?
Wait a minute.
Man, that got dark real quick, like my
Yeah.
glasses.
I was like, wow.
No, there
Okay.
were some crazy. I mean, remember they used to have, what was it, the Girls Gone Wild recordings?
Oh yeah,
and
everything.
all
was,
of that
yeah.
stuff. And I'm
That's
like,
crazy. I never heard of that.
yes, you did. You
Yeah,
were
yeah,
in some of those
don't
videos.
lie.
Shut up.
What?
You know you were at Razzles with us with some of those videos.
Oh look, he's
Down.
innocent.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Hey,
He's like in
innocent.
Debbie Does
They
Dallas
had
Part
those-
12.
No, they had those signs and stuff. They were saying, "Show me," and it was like, "Wow." It was a
Yeah, I know.
shame.
You were holding up
It
one
was
of
a
them. Shut up.
shame. I was in high school. No.
Yeah, I
way.
know. Seabreeze
I
was
was-
right down the
I was-
road from all of this. Don't
It was
say you were
across the
innocent.
street, and I was a good boy. I was a good
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
in the
Will's
window,
over there
going
holding
like
up the-
this.
No. I was a good
He's
kid.
in there with the sign holding it up.
Yeah.
Show me your boobies.
Yeah. I'm 15. Show me them.
When I was taking my driver's test, and it was during spring break, and
Show me your pickles.
it was pretty bad there. Coach Kramer, I know you probably look
Yeah,
at this.
Coach
you might be
Kramer.
looking at this. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know of him.
yeah.
He was like, "You better not look." I was trying to look outside my eye. I was just like, "You better not look." The lady next to the car was like, and you could tell I was a student driver. I mean, we're in a Ford Taurus, and then I was with the PE coach and everything.
It's got the sticker on the back, student driver.
They didn't even say that. She knew.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sweating trying to look over. And
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I can see you're so right, Juan, with that.
Yeah.
Oh, back in the day when it used to be good down there.
Yeah.
But they just had Jeep Beach.
Yeah, we were just out there.
Here, I got the
Jeep
little
Beach?
ducks. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
Jeep
the
Beach.
little
Jeep
duckies.
Beach. Yeah,
Oh,
Jeep
you got a
Beach.
Jeep?
No, but someone
See,
gave us duckies.
that's almost considered it's a Dodge. So it's pretty close.
Okay.
You know what? I saw some really cool Jeeps though,
Stellantis.
and they're so like jacked up though. Like I don't even know how you get in that. Like I
Oh
would
my
need a
God.
catapult.
This
get in some
one
of these
guy.
Jeeps.
That's your 5'1".
can't- Yeah. This one
Thanks
guy.
for pointing that out, Will. How do you get in that truck if you are 5'1"? I'd like to know.
They
That
have a
some of
ladder.
They have a
They got
ladder.
a ladder for
All
you.
the ones that
You
pull
know
out
who
the
thinks
side?
about this all the time? Stellantis. They didn't sponsor this, all right?
Oh my gosh, you saw a really cool Jeep. I saw some cool ones this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy must have had like 40 something inch. They're like mud bog tractor tires.
Yeah, yep.
Literally, they
Damn.
were taller than me. They were like something on a monster truck.
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, swampers.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna have to catapult you in there too, Juan.
I don't know that problem. I mean, I can get in there, but you know, with the back and stuff.
How do you feel about Jeeps? I like them.
But,
I
yeah,
think they're cool
I love
looking.
Jeeps. What are you talking about? That's
I
not-
like the real Jeeps.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
real
with
Jeeps.
the
That's what I'm
two-door
saying.
Jeep
Like
Wrangler
real
with
Jeeps.
the-
I like
you know.
the old CJ5s.
Oh,
It was.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like the 80s and 90s Jeeps.
4 liters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new stuff now. I've worked on them. They're
They're
freaking
horrible to
awesome.
work on.
Well,
Junk.
these guys, they put all these lift kits, so then everybody's like, oh, well, this part's gone bad. Well, you go get the part. And guess what? Well, they've made a change to it. So then you got to do all, and then you try and tell the customer, like, hey, you got to do all this other stuff. So now, like nowadays, anybody, hey, Juan, I pretty much turn away a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, I don't got time for it. Especially Jeeps. People, hey, I'm like, nope, don't want to touch it.
Next, it's Chrysler products, which is owned by Stellantis. I was going to say it again.
Are you
know,
anti-Stellantis?
Well, you know.
I have a
no, I'm
feeling there's
not,
some
but-
bad blood here for some reason, and I'm not a
Well,
genius.
at one time they had like, was it Maserati, Alfa Romeo? They had everything under that umbrella, and they were horrible. I had a Dodge Charger at one time. It was horrible.
I had a Dodge Charger. Well, I drove. I love them.
How long did
It
you
literally
keep
got from Raleigh to Daytona on one take of gas. I was shocked, and it was such a good ride.
Did you rent it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the difference. I owned it.
Try owning
Oh.
So that's the
So-
difference. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've rented them a couple times, and every one I actually liked it better than the Mustang I was in.
Yeah, but mine had a Hemi in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you know, I like my
well, I thought that
Chrysler.
was a good thing if
Oh,
you had a
yeah, well,
Hemi
yeah,
in
that's
it.
cool. Yeah, the 300.
I thought that was a good thing to
300C,
have a
yeah.
Hemi,
300C,
right,
yeah.
Juan?
Well, because
what?
you know, it's.
I thought it was a
like
good thing to have a Hemi in it.
Well, yeah, it's good to have the Hemi in it, but then when it comes to gas, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah, no.
my
God.
car's never seen a gas station it didn't like.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, but
Even
it's
my
very
minivan.
comfortable.
But I
It's
like-
comfortable.
Look at the new
But you hit
ones.
the gas pedal.
Oh, it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's very
moves. It was
comfortable.
it was a really nice ride. I was surprised because it was a Dodge, but I'm like, I really like this.
You never had any problems with it though? Yeah.
My car?
Yeah.
No, I've
Oh.
never had a problem at all.
Wow.
Nothing.
Maybe it's Will. Like you had a lot of lemons. It sounds like.
I have a lot of lemons. I'm just saying.
Nah, the Hemis when they first came back out was
It's like-
just there was always issues with the
Oh.
motors. Even now,
2013.
the six
Oh,
two,
so
the
2013 you
6.2s
had a
and the
Charger?
6.4 Hemis, you know, once they go over, I mean, you drive one down the street, you watch your gas miles, they tell you it's 16 to 18,
Oh,
and that thing literally drops down like 8-9 miles to a gallon.
Mhm.
Well, it's 16 to 18 downhill with a tailwind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when the wind blows.
but
I
they
didn't
do
have a
drive
lot of
nice.
lemons. What are you talking
Well,
about?
it's down. Oh no,
Yeah.
we're just talking about a lot of them, but we are talking about cars that fail. But
Yeah.
you did have a lot of like sports cars. Like
Mhm.
yeah, you've had a lot
Oh,
of them.
sports cars. So,
Yeah.
Toyota Supra. I had a Supra too. And that was the model before the model. I know you're talking about the 2JZ. That was I had the model before
Yeah,
that.
Mach 3.
And it was great. I did end up selling it, and I got the EG hatch Honda.
Mm-hmm.
I went through the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
so, and I did a little engine swap, a motor swap on that. I liked it. You know, and I got
I try to drive my vehicles till they're a rust spot.
yeah until they die.
it's
And after that, you know,
nice to not have a car payment, drive the suckers into the
Oh
ground. But
yeah.
yeah.
My van, almost 360,000 now.
damn,
Man, that's a shaggin' wagon. I like
The
that.
shaggin' wagon.
That's cool.
I still think we should open
The
an ice
crazy
cream
part
truck
is
station.
he could probably still get around 20 grand for that truck.
Easily.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yeah.
you can't get them anymore.
You
Really?
can- you-
I see them all over town. The white vans like that?
Yeah,
You
well,
can't.
but you can't. You think you're gonna go spend 20-something grand? You're gonna buy a used one with
Oh.
300,000 miles. They could be 2-3 years old and pay 60-70 grand.
You
for
got
it.
an antique and a collector's edition.
It's a
Don't get rid of it.
workhorse, man. It's
Yeah.
got a big
Oh.
V8 or V10.
I
right?
turn that.
We should start a
V8.
food
Oh
truck.
yeah.
You know who's got a big V8 motor? The Amazon vans.
Oh, yeah.
They
Do
have
they?
they
Have to,
have
man.
this motor.
Wow.
It's called they call it Godzilla.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
That's a
And
hell of a name for a motor.
It's I think it's a V10 or V. No, it's a V8. But
6 liters or something.
it's like
Something
no,
crazy.
it's 7 point something. I think it's like 7 point something liters.
Wow.
It's huge for a V8
Is
engine.
that to carry the weight of the load?
And it is, and
Wow.
it. I mean, these guys are when they're Mustangs,
You
the
talking
5.0s are
what
blowing
kind
up.
of Amazon trucks you talking about? The gray ones that go around town?
Yeah,
now?
well now the new ones are switching like electric, but
Yeah.
the older ones
Mhm.
literally have this V8 called called Godzilla. It's like a 7
Wow.
liter engine,
Yeah.
naturally
Wow.
aspirated V8. And these guys with the Mustangs that blow up, the 5.0s
Yeah,
that
they
just
drop 'em in
hand
the-
grenade, they literally take those motors, drop them in the Mustangs, put a camshaft in
Oh
them,
yeah.
and these things are making like 600-700 horsepower
Easily.
just
Oh
with
my
a cam
gosh.
swap.
Easily. You can do a shot of nitrous, man. You
Yeah.
know, maybe a 100, maybe 150.
I saw a crazy car today. One of the guys came in. He said, "Hey, check out this video."
Uh-huh.
And it's a NASCAR, not a NASCAR. It's an NHRA car,
Right.
and no power adders,
Uh-huh.
making 2,000 horsepower. All they're doing for power adder is using compressed air.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's not even a turbo.
Nope. And it's
That's just
2 35-pound bottles that they have a special compressor that pressurizes it. So it's like having not using nitrous except just compressed air.
Wow.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know about the Amazon trucks, but it makes sense. I mean,
Yep.
they have so much in their crap now, like their trucks and stuff that
Yeah.
they're going to need that to pull it around.
Yep.
We need to do that. We need an Amazon truck.
Yeah,
We
that'd
buy a
be
couple
cool.
franchises.
I
of
could use
those.
one,
I
but
know.
I don't want to
right?
give up my van. I love my
No,
van.
I know. They would run that shit into the ground.
Yeah.
Wheels roll up.
I was driving down the road the other, must have been Friday, and I'm hearing this whistling noise because it has all kinds of noises. But that was
I
a
thought
new
it was
one.
from the window.
Yeah, no, it was the paint coming off the roof.
Oh, we're gonna have to fix that, man.
It's true.
I'll let you know what body shop to take it to. We know a couple people.
Okay.
Sandpaper and plastic.
Yeah,
paper.
maybe Juan
We're
can
gonna
get
do
on that.
old school. No, I'm kidding.
Old
No,
school.
all the paint's falling off it. That's
Aw.
one of the defects
Whatever.
of
GMC.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It
The
works.
primer was bad.
It works.
Yeah, the car. I turn the key, the thing starts.
Whatever. Then it
So
works.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It works.
Anyway,
Mhm.
we're about out of time.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for another episode of Get Under the Hood.
Woohoo! Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.